is a Rogers Sports presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mike Hancock, welcoming you to the Brampton Center for Sports and Entertainment and OHL Primetime. This week's OHL Game of the Week features the Kitchener Rangers and the Brampton Battalion here from the Brampton Center. Both of these teams have been in action over the weekend. On Friday night, the Kitchener Rangers fell by a score of 2-0 to the St. Michael's Majors. And last night, the Brampton Battalion were up in Owen Sound. 2 third-period goals by the Owen Sound attack were the difference as Owen Sound went on to a 4-2 victory. Now, last night also, Rafi Torres fought in the last 13 seconds of the game, and today, both Jeff Bateman and Rafi Torres will be scratches due to injury for today's game. At this time, I'll send things up to Doug Anderson and Sam Cosentino for more on today's game. Gentlemen.
So we get set for the opening face-off of tonight's hockey game, and let's take a look at tonight's officials.
Well, wearing the stripes today, Craig Spada, the fourth-year man in the OHL. Third is referee. Veteran Jimmy Carmen will man one of the lines, and Mike Bullabrook will man the other.
In the pipes tonight for the Brampton Battalion, Brad Topping. Topping replacing David Chant, the veteran, seen most of the time in the net for the Battalion, but it's Brad Topping, the rookie, in the net. At the other end of the rink, Scott Dickey between the pipes for the Kitchener Rangers. Dickey is an outstanding goaltender, and the Rangers are going to need him tonight as he will be facing a lot of shots. There you see it, a .914 save percentage for Scott Dickey.
Yeah, he's a lefty, Dougie, so it's going to be interesting to see how the Brampton Battalion attacks Scott Dickey here tonight. Haven't faced too many left-handed goaltenders this year.
Quick whistle off the face-off as its icing is called. 7 seconds gone in the opening period of this hockey game. To Roy through the center ice area, to the outside, gets around Harrison. Roy's got a man with him. Out in front, Topping with the save. Rebound, Topping again. Hangs on and the puck comes loose. Back to Cobb at the point. His shot. Topping with the save. Raw can't put it in the corner. Boy, Derek Roy with a great opportunity. Couldn't stick it in the open corner. Luzin can't control it, and McSwain comes away with the puck. Gets it back to Harrison. Harrison with time, sets up flat. He lets one go low and hard. Right on. They score! Kurt McSwain.
Well, that's what you want to do. We just talked about it. Getting the shots toward the net. Brampton working on a 4-minute power play. They score in the second end of the double minor. Josh Bennett will come out of the box, but Kirk McSwain gets it done for the Brampton Battalion. Just his second goal of the season on the power play. And Dougie, you know, with Rafi Torres and Jeff Bateman out of the lineup, these other guys will get a chance to play on the power play. And here we get a look at McSwain as he goes towards the net. He has all sorts of room. In fact, he fans on the shot, but gets just enough of it to get it up and over and into the net. Scott Dickey beaten, and the Brampton Battalion are on the board on Kurt McSwain's second goal of the season.
He's got time. Cross-ice pass for Maleko. Drifts one to the front of the net. Rebound. Dickey with a couple of big saves. Puck comes loose. Cleared to the blue line. Maleko keeps it in. For Klesla. One-timer. Right on. Dickey with the save. And it's bounced to the blue line. Klesla does a good job to keep it in. Steps to the middle. Wrist shot. Hits the post. Rebound. Bounces off a player and goes in the corner. McSwain behind the net looking for Van Loosen. Aaron Van Loosen back to Maleko. Klesla again lets it fly right over top of the net. A howitzer from Rusty Klesla.
Well, great. Well, the Brampton Battalion made a trade earlier this week. They traded Brad Woods to Oshawa for a pick in the 2001 draft, a fourth-round pick. As soon as Rusty Klesla came back, that really opened up some of the ice for him. Defensively, Brad Woods, a guy that Stan Butler didn't feel he needed any longer. Good stay-at-home type of defenseman. He'll move to Oshawa, and that'll free some ice time for Klesla. And knows how to work this OHL thing as far as turning over players, drafting players, giving his young guys a chance to play.
Josh Bennett sticks one home to tie this game at 1 on the power play as he beat Topping. Topping takes the shot from the point, kicks it right back into the slot where Bennett's there to put the backhand home.
Well, Josh Bennett, we've seen how he can play physically here. He displays his offensive wares with his 4th goal of the season. And this guy here has got a good size to him. 17-year-old player out there working hard and getting it done on the power play for the Kitchener Rangers, and they're finally on the board. They've tied this hockey game at 1.
And we talked about, from the top of the game, we talked about the keys to victory for this Kitchener Ranger Hockey Club. Get on Brad Topping early. Make sure they storm the net. And that's something they need to do, and something that really resulted in their first goal. The check from Havel. Cava gets away from McClement. Still with the puck. Plays it across. Gagnon right in front of the net. Topping with the save. Big deflection by Cava heading toward the front of the net, and Topping was there. Oh. Bouncing puck. Chapman watched by Van Loosen, who hammers him in the corner. Ties him up. One hands the puck looking for Van Loosen. Roy gets hammered, and he goes down heavily by Kurt McSwain.
Oh, these two clubs really starting to throw the body around here in the late going of this first period, and Derek Roy is down. He was injured on the play, but equally as hard at the other end of the ice was Chris Rowan taking a shot at Armstrong. A good clean hit, and that may pay dividends a little later in this hockey game. Anytime you get a chance to do that to the defenseman, kind of lets him hear footsteps a little bit later on.
Well, we'll see how Derek Roy gets it. There he is. It looks like he got clipped, more clipped than actual solid check. He took it on the instep of the knee.
Right at the start of that or the replay, excuse me, we'll get a little bit closer look. Here's Van Loosen, on Armstrong, and watch him get the shoulder in and then lift. Comes off the ice, a clean hit overall by Aaron Van Loosen as Derek Roy has slowly come to his feet here. He'll be helped off by the Kitchener trainer.
No doubt Roy will go right to the dressing room with only 14 seconds left in this first period. Comes back to Flash. 3 seconds, and he didn't know how much time was left on the clock as he made the pass to Harrison, and time runs out on the first period of play, and a pile up in the corner.
Josh Bennett in there for the Kitchener Rangers. He's 3rd in the league as far as penalty minutes are concerned. He took a double minor a little earlier in this hockey game, and now Mike Bolebrook will make sure that Bennett is steered aside. And looks like Jay Harrison is pretty fired up down there for the Brampton Battalion. He's in the middle of it. Now Chris Cava getting in on the act.
We've got Flash, and it looks like Cava in the corner going at it, toe-to-toe. Eminger now in there as well for the Rangers. Rowan pulling on him. That's Armstrong and Flash.
Armstrong there with arms to the side. Big Paul Flash trying to get at him, but Armstrong wants no part of that, so he'll skate off to the side and now try and taunt him with a few words and attempts of maybe drawing Flash into a penalty here at the end of this first period.
Here's McClement. He's got Bonus with him, heading to the front of the net. Bonus hits the post. McClement fed it to him right on the tape, and Bonus wrung it off the post. Through the center ice area, tip to the outside. Benoit run out of real estate by Hanchuk. That's the kind of hits that Tyler Hanchuk is becoming known for here in the Battalion.
Yeah, a couple of great hits so far in this hockey game for Tyler Hanchuk, the alternate captain.
As for Rice. Rice has got Havel with him. He steps by his man. Rice down on his knees, back for Havel, and his stick breaks on the shot. Couldn't get enough of it as Dickey was there for the save. What a great play by Mike Rice.
Tough afternoon for Lucas Havel. He has been just crushed twice in this hockey game with huge hits. Now with a chance to break the tie. A pass from Rice right onto the tape of Havel, but a broken stick.
Owen dumps it to the far corner. Van Loosen after it for the Battalion. Cava takes the body to him. Van Loosen comes away, stepping right out in front. There's a big shot from Rowan, and Dickey made the save. Bizyayev for Roy. He gets bounced by Harrison. With time, puck on edge, gives it back to Malenko. His shot is blocked. Good job by Bennett coming out to block the shot. Roy with a break. Klesla after him. Rusty Klesla dives. Takes Roy down right in front. No penalty called. Roy in a step ahead of the play and then takes the puck off the chops as the play is whistled down, but Roy with a great opportunity, and Rusty Klesla hustled his butt back into his own zone.
Klesla made the pass over to Malenko. Malenko trying to fire a low shot at the net. Well, Josh Bennett got out there and blocked it. The puck deflected off Bennett right onto the tape of Derek Roy, who took it in all alone. except for the diving efforts of Rusty Klesla at the end of the play to knock the puck away. And a great play by the Czech defenseman, showing you why he was one of the top picks in the NHL draft last season. Watch Roy break away from Maleko, and he's got nothing but ice ahead of him. So he corrals the puck, takes it in all alone as Klesla comes back into your screen. He gets a few strides on him and dives on the second attempt, knocks the puck away before, in fact, he knocked the player down to the ice. No penalty called, and rightfully so. Whenever you get the puck first, that's how it works. And a good job by Klesla to stop Roy from breaking the tie in this game. Kitchener netminder.
Dickey plays it around the boards. Loose puck is a giveaway. Here's Roy on a breakaway. After him is Harrison. Good job by Bennett as it was fired wide. We got an interference call going against Bennett. Threw a little pick play just inside the Battalion blue line. Roy on the breakaway. His backhand shot went wide as Topping stopped him. But we'll now see a Battalion two-man advantage for just 7 seconds. Steps inside the blue line. Dunphy comes out of the box. Still a one-man advantage for the Battalion. Van Loosen from behind the net sets up camp. Gets it back to the point. Klesla one-timer scores!
Rusty Klesla! And I think it was McSwain who got his stick on the puck in front of the net, creating traffic in front of Dickey. Now Dickey complaining to the referee, Spada, that maybe McSwain was in the crease. There's going to be penalties called here after the goal, but Rusty Klesla fires the low shot from the point. Kirk McSwain tips it home. That's his second goal of the hockey game, and the Battalion lead at 2-1.
Cava goes over to talk to Spada at center ice to find out exactly what's being called. He wants to know if it's going both ways. We got a slashing call against Cava going. He'll be going into the box. So the Battalion will go back on the power play, it looks, at this point in time.
Rusty
Klesla, the one-timer.
Goes back to the point, cross ice to Klesla, one-timer, and McSwain creating traffic in front of the net. Now you'll see McSwain and Cava go at it in front of the net. That's where the penalty is called, and bad luck for Jeff Snyder and the Kitchener Rangers. Not only do they have the goal scored against them, but with Chris Cava's 2-minute penalty, they'll be on the penalty kill once again.
Still trying to sort out this penalty fiasco after the goal, but it is Cava sitting in the box. The door is closed, and that's going to be Aaron Van Loosen going off for the Battalion. Van Loosen, 21, will take a 4-minute minor penalty. So we're going to see teams at even strength to kick things off, then a big power play for the Rangers.
Well, Van Loosen drawing an assist on the goal, but Dougie, I think they've really got it straightened out now, kind of the way it should be. It was Van Loosen throwing the lumber around to Chris Cava at the end of that goal. So he'll be sent off too. And Van Loosen's penalty, the only one showing on the scoreboard right now. The spearing penalty also involved, and that all usually follows with some serious ramifications. But instead of Brampton going in a two-man advantage, they'll be on the penalty kill, Dougie.
Him, and it goes back to Bonus in the corner. Ryan Bonus leaves it for Grenier. Storming the front of the net is Thompson, loose puck. That's cleared wide. We got a penalty, and they score!
Mike Bryce saw an opening with the loose puck in front of the net. He got enough wood on it, and Scott Dickey didn't get enough glove on it, and the Battalion here have scored the third goal of this hockey game.
Boy, Scott Thompson in front of the net took a big wild whack at it and really just got it by. A delayed penalty in front of Scott Dickey.
There's Thompson there on the spin around. Directs it at the net. Dickey gets a glove on it, but not enough, and then reaches behind him knowing that Thompson's shot has gotten by him. And he hasn't seen a lot of ice here tonight, but what ice he's seen, he's really taken advantage of. Scott Thompson giving the Battalion the 3-1 lead here in the third period.
Harrison's pass knocked down. Comes to Amadeo, shot. Topping with the save.
Well, Dougie, you wondered where he was a few minutes ago, and Amadeo getting a chance now with a team that's lower than you in the standings. You want to increase the gap between them, and it looks as if the Brampton Battalion will do that here this afternoon.
Bouncing puck will lead to a bit of a break. Chapman looking for Shepard, and the Battalion will clear it for the final 1.5 seconds. Amadeo. And it looks like Ryan Bonus wanting to go head-to-head with Mike Amadeo, but that will not come to fruition with just 1 second left.
Bonus is absolutely livid with Amadeo, as Amadeo waited the extra 5 minutes to drop his sticking gloves, and now he's calling out Bonus, and Bonus can't believe it. Hamlin Smith, the trainer, now has Bonus by the scruff of the jersey, and the referee lets the clock run out as the Brampton Battalion win the hockey game 3-1.
You know, some things that we saw, Sammy, in this hockey game: outstanding goaltending in spurts from both ends of the rink. Scott Dickey played fabulous in the net for the Rangers. A lot of ice time by the same 7 or 8 players through this hockey game. We didn't see much of Derek Roy through the third period. That injury must be what held him back. And we'll get set for the 3-star selection in this hockey game. But some final thoughts, Sam.
Well, Dougie, a huge win for Brad Topping, his first in the OHL in his rookie season, and just his 4th hockey game this year. So a big confidence booster as he gets the 3-1 win, making 22 saves in the hockey game and giving David Chance some well-needed rest. The Brampton Battalion win the hockey game 3-1.
More importantly, in the league standings, that vaults the Battalion up 1 spot in the league standings as they now move up by 2 points.
The 3rd star's out there right now. The 3rd star, Jason Mleko, the overage defenseman for Brampton. Scott Dickey, who made 38 stops in this hockey game, is the 2nd star. And Rusty Klesla getting a standing ovation from the remaining here at the Brampton Center for Sports and Entertainment. He is the 1st star. He scored the 3rd goal for the Battalion. Once again, your 3 stars, Klesla, Dickey, and Mleko.
And well-deserved on each count for different reasons. Jason Mleko, very steady inside his own zone, played very strong on the power play. Scott Dickey, what else can you say about him? 38 saves in this hockey game, a big 41-shot performance by the Battalion, and the game-winning goal going to Rusty Klesla.
Just his 4th game back, he finally gets on the scoreboard, getting the monkey off his back, and the Battalion with Klesla, with Rafi Torres and Jeff Bateman out of the lineup, able to step it up and win this hockey game 3-1 on the 3rd period, 3rd goal of the game by Rusty Klesla.
We're going to take a break here on OHL Primetime. We'll come back. 3-1 the Battalion win it over the Kitchener Rangers. Stay with us on Rogers Sports.